We are talking to Paul Best from the Sittingbourne and Kemsley Light Railway this evening here at the Monday Night Community Show. So there's no Santa specials this year. What's happening next?
Yes, I'm afraid because the railway's only running from Milton Regis, Asda, halt, it would be just too cumbersome to try and run the Santa specials from there, because it's a trainload of passengers each trip. So at worst, you're going to have 2 trainloads of passengers' cars in the car park, and you've got to try and get them through the gate and up the stairs, and it's just going to be too much. So we're not going to run Santa specials again this year. The viaduct will be repaired during the winter, and we hope to reopen the full line next year. And the season will start as usual in April. We haven't decided whether it's going to be the beginning of April or wait till Easter, but once we're up and running, or once we've got a date for up and running, I'll probably come back and talk to you and tell you what's going on. In the meantime, there's still plenty of work to be getting on with. We've got the museum renovation and the new garden railway to build. We've still got lots of work to do around the site at Kemsley Down, and then when we get into Sittingbourne Viaduct, we'll have to do some work clearing the bushes on the viaduct, and then do a lot of work at Sittingbourne Station, because Sittingbourne Viaduct Station's been vandalised while we've been closed. And we may have to build a new platform as well. So there's still plenty of work to be done. The big push has been to get the railway open this weekend and next week, and as that comes to an end, we'll start going back to work weekends, I would imagine, over once or twice a month until March time, and then we'll probably start ramping up again. But yeah, loads and loads of work to do.
How can our listeners get involved, Paul?
Well, the work weekends, we will advertise on our Facebook page. So if you do a search for Sittingbourne and Kemsley Light Railway, you'll find us on Facebook. And we'll probably advertise through the local papers and through BRFM as well. And basically, it's turn up at Asda at 10 o'clock in the morning, and there'll be a train to take you to Kemsley Down to do the work. And it returns you back, leaving Kemsley at about 4 o'clock in the evening. That's worked really well over the last 10 weeks, so I would imagine that we're going to carry that on into the new year. So that would be good. You don't have to be a member to come and help at a work weekend. You'll be given a 3-day membership, and we hope that you will, from your 3-day membership, say, well, actually I really enjoyed myself, and sign up to be a member. Membership for adults is £15 a year. Junior members who are aged 14 to 17 are £5, and family members, which is 2 adults and as many children, is £25. And we also do a life membership of £200, so you don't have to remember to renew every year. And that entitles you to come down and help out on the railway. We'll give you full training, and on work weekend we'll even give you lunch. And then we'll also, if you want to help operate the railway, we can give you training on being a guard or a station master, work in the ticket office, work in the cafe and the shop. So there's plenty of opportunities to come down and do your bit and have a good time doing it.
Paul, how can our listeners find out more about the railway?
Well, Daniel, there's absolutely loads of ways to find out these days. We've got our website, which is www.sklr.net, and that will give you the latest news and the current timetable for the coming week. Then you can also phone 01795 424 899, and that will get you a recorded announcement telling you about the progress this weekend. There's the podcast that I have been working on for the last year or so, which can be found on iTunes. If you do a search for Sittingbourne, it's usually quite close to the top of the list. You can view it directly from http:// which is spelled stopem.libsyn libsyn.com, and you'll see the podcast there and the podcast blog. We're still taking money for the Fighting Fund at www.justgiving.com/SKLR, and any money going into there will be used to pay off the legal fees that the railways incurred over the last 2 years, and any excess money, when we get to that point, will be ploughed into the railways funds. So it's all going to a good cause. And of course, I'm on Facebook as well. If you do a search for Sittingbourne and Kemsley Light Railway, you'll find us on Facebook.
Paul, once again, I'd like to thank you very much for coming along and updating us, and of course letting us know about your reopening.
Thank you, Daniel. It's been great.
That's Paul Best from the Sittingbourne and Kemsley Light Railway here at the Monday Night Community Show this evening.